I think that I've spent a lot of time thinking about others. Probably way too much time, more than I wish I had. But it's time that I won't be able to get back. And I've came to the conclusion that every day might be your last day. So you might as well live like it's your last day. I feel like everyone should stop and think about, if it was my last day, what would I like to do? And you should do exactly what you want to do every single day, because tomorrow is never promised. I've had what made me realize this. I had this friend who we used to play soccer together, and then we went to play, and then 2 days later he passed, and it was shocking because all I can think about was 2 days ago we were together playing soccer, and the thought of him being gone didn't cross my mind, and I started to think, if those days before he passed, how he was feeling, like what was going through his head, and if he did what he wanted to do on those days. And so I just realized that same way that, he just left us, and me and the other friends are still here. It can happen to any of us, and I think every second of life should be enjoyed to the max that you're able to. Of course, it's not always gonna be, sunshine and rainbows, but you should try your best to make it that way, because you can die any second. And I don't know why we don't talk about it more. You can just die any second. So I think every second that passes is a blessing, and you should try to live it and enjoy it like if it's your last. Eat every meal like it's your last. Don't eat anything you don't like if you don't have to. Try to enjoy things, and don't take things for granted. It really depends if you either believe or not believe in the afterlife. But if you do, then that's a way to cope with death. And if you don't, then I think it gives you this feeling of sense of like control, because when you realize that this life you're living is the only one you will have, you start to value it more. And it's just really hard to live with that thought, but it's a reality that we'll all have to face when time comes. And yeah, like, the only advice I can have to anyone that's confused and lost is, nothing really matters. Like, nothing is that deep. Just live your life at the fullest, and don't let anything take away 1 second from you. Like, do whatever you feel like doing, whatever makes you happy. If watching YouTube videos make you happy, then do that. If you like staring at grass or looking at plants, then go do that, because it might be your last day. And as I'm laying and I'm dying, I would like to think this was a pretty decent day. Like, I'm happy this was my last day, even if it's today, if it's in 20 years, 40 years. I think it's a philosophy of life that I like. And I'm not gonna sit here and like tell you that I'm right, because I'm just as confused as everyone can be. But I do think that there's more to life than thinking about tomorrow. You have to, I think you should live in the today, and enjoy today, because today is all you have. I have this way of thinking that I like to think that the past doesn't exist. Like, the past is gone. This 5 minutes that I've been talking here, whatever I talk, it doesn't exist anymore. It's just now, because I can't change what I said, but I can change what I will say, and I can change what I'm saying right now. So I think the past doesn't exist. The future will exist, might exist, but the only thing you have is the now, the today. And so I think you shouldn't ruin your today, which is the only thing I think you have, for something that doesn't exist, like the past, or something that doesn't exist yet and you don't even know if it's gonna exist, like the future. So the only thing you have is the today, which is like a canvas. Every day you wake up with a blank canvas that you can paint anything you want on, and it's your decision what to paint. And you can't keep painting over old paintings like the past, and you can't stress to think what would I paint next after I'm done with this painting, because you haven't finished today's painting. So you should focus on today's painting, today's canvas, and try to make it as beautiful as you can. I think I think real life is the best way to enjoy your life. I think the internet and social media has taken a lot from us that we won't ever get back. But I think it's really helpful in a way. I think social media is good for society, but we've made it too important, way too important. People don't like to go out, and I think you should go out. Like, think about it. You wouldn't. Once again, going back to the whole point of this video is that you don't know if it's gonna be your last day, and at least me, and I think a lot of people too. I wouldn't like my last day to be me in my room, being on TikTok, Instagram Reels all day. I think I would love my last day to be me out in the nature, because at the end of the day, we're animals, we're connected to nature, we're part of the nature, and nothing gives you more peace than being around nature. Nothing can give you more peace than being around nature. And so just try to enjoy the world. The world is an amazing place. I think it's truly amazing. Every day that I wake up and I look at the tree in front of my house, I think it's gorgeous, and it's just, everything is so worth it. Every little leaf, every little piece of grass, it's beautiful, and it's amazing that we have this world for ourselves. And of course there's laws, because we have we have things that we know that are wrong or right, but just do whatever you want without hurting anyone else. Because at the end of the day, it's your life. And don't be scared to make mistakes, because I always think about how my grandpa, for example, I didn't meet him. Or, like, I always think about my grandfather, right? And I always think about the mistakes that he might have made when he was on his 20s, when he was 16, 17 years old. He made a lot of mistakes that I don't know about, and probably my mom doesn't know about, and a lot of people don't know about. And the people that did know about those mistakes, they're not here anymore. So his mistakes are erased. Like, your mistakes, if they're not anything super crazy or super bad, they will be erased with time. And when they're erased, nobody's gonna remember it. Like, nobody is gonna remember it. Nobody is gonna know you made those mistakes, unless it's like something like crazy bad, like stuff Hitler did. But yeah, if you don't do anything too crazy, all those silly mistakes that you're gonna make while learning, they're just gonna be forgotten. I don't know anything my great grandpa did, and I'm pretty sure he was stressing out about his future and stuff. And it's really sad, because I don't even know his name, and nobody remembers him, because most of the people that he lived his time with are dead, and now it's just all gone. And if I ever know anything about him, it's probably gonna be good things. Nobody likes to talk about the bad things. And so just don't be scared, because at the end of the day, we're all gonna be forgotten at some point here in 100 years, 200 years, nobody's gonna remember you unless you're like super important. But for us, like regular people, most of us are gonna be forgotten, and that's okay. Like that's just the cycle of life. Don't be scared to be forgotten or to not be remembered, because just live your life and create memories that you want to keep, not memories that you want others to have of you. Create memories for yourself and live every day for yourself, you know? And yeah, I think that's the only thing I have to say, that all you have is today, and every day you wake up, you have a plain blank canvas that you can paint whatever you want on. And it's your decision every day to paint what you want on that canvas, but you cannot paint over your old paintings, or you cannot stress about what you're gonna paint after you're done with this painting. So just live in the today, in the right now, and don't let anyone take 1 second from your life, because every second that passes, you're closer to death. And there's no again. There won't be another chance to do this. So it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter when when you're hearing this, where you're hearing this. Choose yourself and choose your time, because the only thing you own is your time. You don't own anything. You don't own that car. You don't own those clothes. You don't own that house. It's just yours for right now. But you can always lose it. But the only thing that you cannot lose and get back is your time. Because once you spend your time or lose your time or waste your time, you're not getting it back ever, ever. You can get that house back. You can get the car back. You can get that phone back. You can get everything back. Everything other than your life, you can get it back, but you cannot get your life back. You can live without so many things, even parts of your body. You can lose them and you can still live. But once your time runs out, you're not getting that time back. And so, why waste 1 single second on anything else that's not what you want to do? You know, like me right now, I just woke up and I just wanted to make that video. And maybe some people are gonna think it's cringe, maybe some people are gonna make fun of me, but it's what I felt like doing. And I'm happy that I did it. And if anyone actually watched this whole video, I hope some of the things I said got to you, and just make the prettiest painting that you can today. Stop worrying about yesterday or tomorrow. If yesterday's painting was not so good, you have today to make another one. And hopefully tomorrow. But if not, make today as pretty as you can.